Hello YouTube, it's Ty here from Team GHQ with Adam behind the camera, and today we're bringing you another deck profile. This one is Gear Chronicle, as you can quite blatantly see. Yes, there are 2 stars. No, it's not because I thought, hey, you know what, why don't I show you something new? It's because, one Dran, because Dran is very good for that free +1 column.
And a stride
and
unit.
The nice soul. And the additional card to stride with, yeah. And we also have TikTok, because TikTok is a very useful card. Not only is either of them that you don't use a starter a 10k shield, but TikTok allows you to boost and then shove into the soul to time leap something. So he's a very good card. So there you go, there's some sensible reasons why I play one of each. You can play 2 TikTok and 1 Dran, or just a couple of TikToks, but hey, this is a hybrid. 4 Chrono Jet Crit Trigger. Yay!
We all know what this does.
Yay! Chrono Jet Crit Trigger.
They make a Chrono Tiger one next.
I hope so. 2 into the soul. Sorry, put it in the soul, draw a card, and gain 5k to your Chrono Jet. We've got 2 vanilla crit triggers, both different. It doesn't really give a shit because you know they're crit triggers.
Yep.
We've got 2 Herbatar. Herbatar is obviously the stand trigger, and it's the one that when you time leap, you shove it back in the deck, draw 2, choose 1, shove it on the bottom of your deck, and you keep a card. So hey, you're time leaping, and you are also going plus, because good cards be good. We only play 2 because I have terrible luck with stands. Next we have
He sure does.
4 Lucky Pots. Lucky Pot is your Margle clone, shoving the soul, gives him at 3k power, and it's a draw trigger. Just like Margle. Hey, look at that, that's surprising. Your triggers, 4, because we don't like to die, and because we've got a 16G zone, so we can shove them back in and then keep healing. Make the game go longer than it should. So, there's that. Then that's triggers and starters, so we'll jump into grade 1. 1 GG, because we can time leap her out, and you don't want to draw into a 5k. You just don't, it's horrible. But Soul Blast 2 and draw 1. Good card. 2 Time Break. Time Break is your GB1 on call time leap something. 7k power, so it's nice, but you don't need too many. Beautiful card coming up. 2 copies. Takeaway Dragon. Yay! Takeaway Dragon. Because we've been waiting for this for such a long time. When something's put into play by the effect of Time Leap, choose a card in your drop, put it on the bottom of your deck. So I hear that you like to recycle everything, because you're Gear Chronicle. So that's basically what that card reads. Next, we'll jump on to 2 copies of Milem, which is your grade 1 upstream, which is obviously 7k power, gains 4k on GB1 as long as you attack the Vanguard. So 11k attacker, shove it back in the deck and get a grade 0 out. Basic things, but fun things.
Oh yeah, if that noise, it's a dog snoring.
Yeah, just ignore that. We've got 3 copies of the Stride Helper.
Steam Breath.
Yep, Steam Breath Dragon. So obviously, when you call it to rearguard, you reveal a grade 3 in your hand, search for a Chrono Jet, and then discard a card. Or, you know, you can just use it so it gains grade +2, and you can stride. Because, hey, you know. We don't play 4, and you'll see when we get to the grade 3s. But, spoilers, Tiger. GPGs, we know what this does. You can only guard the Vanguard. If you've got 1 or more in the drop zone, then you can countercharge 1. Good cards to be good. We need perfect cards.
By the way, he's after 2 more
Yeah,
secret
I want 2
ones.
more SP ones.
Yeah.
So feel free to hook me up. Next, 2 Drain Valve Dragon. This is one of the newbie cards, and I'm surprised it's common. When it's put onto the rearguard, Soul Blast 1, choose it and choose another card. They both gain 2k power, so you make a numbers field, so obviously 11k, and if you've got another one, it'll be 11k. If it's placed onto rearguard from anywhere other than hand, then it'll gain another 2k. It's a GB, but obviously you need this because this is Gear Chronicle. So good card, be good. We don't play anymore because we can time leap it. Next, 3 copies of Upstream. We know what Upstream does. 9k attack. When it attacks, you can have it gain 4k shuffle it in and choose a grade 1 in your deck, call it At Rest. Just an LM, but grade 2. Good card though. And it gives you that shuffle so you can put your heals back in. 3, History Maker. History Maker is obviously the History Maker clone for this deck. So when it attacks, whether it's boosted or not, time leap something. Simple, to the point, GB1. Next, what is quickly becoming my favourite. 3 copies of Madar. Madar is, when it's bound, you can Soul Blast 1 to call it back and have it gain 2k. That's not GB. As simple as. It is a good card. It is a very good card. You'll see why. But it's short, simple, to the point. When it attacks, yeah, and hits, you can time leap something. 4 Chronojet Dragons. Now we're jumping into the grade 3s. We know what Chronojet does. Blah, 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 blah. Generation Break 2, it'll gain 5k and your opponent is restricted from guarding. But hey, G-guards are a thing, so why does anyone give a shit? All you're going to use is to use that name and to reverse something, to rewind, sorry. And last but not least for the main, Chronofang Tigers. We have the 3 copies, and I need one more SP. Yep. So, if you want to hook me up with that, feel free. I am very easy to get hold of on Facebook, etc., etc. So, Chronofang Tiger, when you call it to rearguard, you can choose a card in your hand and bind it. Then choose one of your opponent's rearguards and reverse time leap it by 2 grades. Obviously, if your opponent doesn't want to call anything, then they don't have to. And Generation Break 2, all cards in your hand can gain grade +3, and if they do, you bind them, which is useful for strides. But that's pretty much it. It's Blaster Dark Diablo clone. Then we have Seabreeze, your grade 2 stride. If your opponent won't ride up to grade 3, they haven't rode last turn, Counterblast 2, ditch a card, any card, and ride up. Good cards be good. So, next we have Rapana. Rapana is obviously one of your G-guards, and she's put a grade 1 back in your deck and get a grade 0 out, and it'll gain you 10k shield, making her a 25 shield guard, because it's good. It's a good card. We only play 1 because we play 3 copies of Uluru, which is, when it's placed on GC, obviously another G-guard, you obviously can shuffle back in 1 trigger unit and 1 non-trigger unit, so evidently you're going to shuffle back in your heal trigger and something else, and it'll gain 5k. Not amazing, but hey, it's more heals. We like it. Next we'll jump into the proper strides. So we have 2 copies of the new guy. Bind time. Basically, this card is a bind your field to get rid of everything your opponent has. But what it practically is Counterblast, Soul Blast, flip a copy of it, and it will gain 10k in a critical if you bind something. For every bound card, you rewind something on your opponent's field. So it's very nice.
And if you have a
if it's
Gear
got
Beast,
the Gear Beast, then you Soul Charge 2
card.
and Counter Charge 2.
Heart card 1.
Yeah. So it's a very good card. So obviously we can play it because we're a hybrid. 3 copies. Warp Drive Dragon. Why do we play 3? Because you flip it up with Phoenix, and then you can get an additional leap / reverse leap. But yeah, basically Soul Blast, Counter Blast, flip a copy face up, and you time leap something, and you reverse time leap something with an equal or lower grade to the number of copies you've got face up in your G zone. That's obviously only going to be 2 or less because of only playing 3. But it's a good card. I may take it out, but I'm not sure for what. If we get something better, then definitely. Next, our first stride, hopefully. Phoenix, 2 copies. I think we know what this does. It's one attacks, then you flip a G unit up and time loop something. Yay! Obviously, only if you have a Chronojet Vanguard. But we play 4, so we're fine. And last but not least for the G Zone, yeah, you're totally not going to see this coming because, you know, Gear Chronicle. 4 copies of Next Stage. I wouldn't mind secret rare ones. I won't lie. We know what Next Stage does. Attack, flip a copy, count the last one, discard 3, stand Chronojet, make it your Vanguard, and you can attack again. So yeah, this be good cards. That is the updated Gear Chronicle profile. Hybrid build from GPT-07, Glorious Bravery and Radiant Sword. If you liked it, check out our other videos, check out our Facebook, check out the Geeks Headquarters Facebook, check out Twitter. See, Adam, I don't always fuck you over. And happy
Kind of
gaming.
you want, what's up? Bye.